Okay. We are live. It's 9:52. Luckily, there have not been any setups yet. I was having difficulty setting everything up, but we are here. We are ready to go. I have been looking at the charts. There has not been a setup yet, so I'm just waiting patiently. I'm looking at NQ today, MNQ, for one micro contract. It is only $100 per contract of margin, and it moves $2 per point. So I am looking for a move to the downside. I was looking at the daily and it looked pretty bearish, but it is reaching this area of support, so it could bounce, but right now it's still looking pretty bearish. 4 hours looking bearish, 1 hour is looking bearish, and if anything, if it bounces, I think it might still come back down, at least to this area. But it could also just bounce and keep going all the way back up to this level. So it's kind of hard to determine right now. I'm kind of just going to see what the market shows me and gives me. But right now it's definitely looking like a play to the downside if I'm able to get in. Oh, that's a nice break and retest. Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Break and retest of this 1 hour low. This is a 1 hour low. These yellow lines are going to be the 1 hour highs and lows. And then this daily trend line, this is a daily trend line that it actually just broke and retested as well. So it's looking good to the downside. Everything is pointing to a downtrend right now. Break of a daily trend line, which it's not, you know, we definitely would want to wait for a better confirmation than that, but it's looking pretty strong. That's a break. What else do we say? A whole bunch of bearish candles and the break and retest of this 1 hour level. So let's see if it'll come back up. But I'm only going to trade supply and demand, so I have to just wait it out. But I do use, I was kind of back testing last night and deciding how I want to move forward, because yesterday I got stopped out just for it to run in my direction when I was saying I think that this might be a better stop area. But I was trying to, oh, we just created a new supply zone, which I like. I like that because it's more confirmation to the downside. Like it doesn't have to come all the way up here. It broke this level and basically it just has to retest this level, which I love. Okay, I need to see if there is, what the risk is on this. $100. All right, so I'm gonna risk. I'm gonna buy one contract. If it breaks, though, I need it to break the level. I'm going to be patient. I've been getting a little too trigger happy and taking trades a little bit too aggressively. So now I've decided, I've learned all this through backtesting and reviewing my trades from TradeZella recently. I was like, what was working and what's not working? And I realized that I am being impulsive on certain trades and just wanting it to go so fast because it's worked out in the past. But I need to just be patient. I've been praying for patience. Lord Jesus, give me patience. Give me discernment in my trading. I did not pray before the markets today. I've been kind of running around, but Lord Jesus, let's pray right now. Thank you, God, for the opportunity to trade. Thank you for letting me learn this skill that I can use to help my family and help others, Father. I pray for discernment, Lord, to take the right setups today, A+ setups, Father, that I recognize. I pray for patience, and I surrender my greed, my revenge, and my fear over to you, Father. I thank you, whether it's a win or a lesson today, God. In your name I pray, amen. There we go. Got a prayer in before we take a trade. So yeah, I was back testing and I saw that I need to trust I don't need my rules to be so set in stone. These rules, yes. Discipline rules, absolutely. I can't give myself wiggle room. I cannot trust myself to have that freedom, unfortunately. But look at this. That's actually really really nice. The fact that it came and is wicking again, that's a lot of confirmation. If it can break down here again, I'm going to take the trade if it breaks this low. Because it hasn't technically broken this low before. And if you're not familiar with Cam's trading strategy, Cam is her trading journal. That's the strategy that I use, mixed along with like Tory Trades, Trendline Strategy, Vincent Deciano's, I think he goes by Options Trader or something. His break and retest I love. So I've kind of combined strategies based off of what I've learned in the past to help me understand and read the market. So I use it as extra confluences, but I'm only trading the supply and demand strategy. So I'm only taking the setup if it follows my supply and demand entry rules. Now, I am changing them up a little bit from Cam's because I was sticking to just like right out of the zone. But what I noticed is I'm reading the markets in my own way. So I need to adjust to what I'm seeing. And she also adjusts her stop, to be current candle, or it doesn't always have to be the zone, right? So I was realizing that last night and I'm like, okay, so I don't have to be so strict on it has to be exactly like this. It's just a matter of my intuition combined with real, true, clear entry criteria, if that makes any sense. So we'll see. Right now, I'm kind of just waiting. Normally, in the past, I definitely would have jumped in the past, and I say in the past, but that's probably like 2 days ago. I definitely would have jumped in here in aggressive play and just kind of been stuck in this drawdown, waiting for something to happen and possibly getting stopped out. So we'll see. I feel like I'm lagging, but I do really like that it's rejecting here. It's the 1 hour low we talked about, the previous 5-minute low. It's broken that. So it either will come back up to test this supply zone, which I like because that's a nice big wick right there, or it's going to come back down and just keep running. And this is the 5-minute. And now there is some support, like we said, back here. But it did break that, and it's broke it and came back up, so we'll see. You can't read the market 100% of the time. And even though I'm thinking one way, see, I would have gotten stopped out of that in the past. I love that. I could be seeing the market one way and somebody else could be seeing the market another way, and both of us could be right, or one of us is going to be right, but we're not technically wrong in what we're seeing, if that makes sense. Like the confluences I'm seeing can tell my brain that this is what I think the outcome is going to be. And somebody else could just have a different wiring of their brain and see something else. So I don't know where I was going with that, but basically I'm saying that I'm going to just take my best educated guess in trading and have, as much confluences as possible, but everything could look great. It could be an A+ setup and it could still go wrong. It could still go against you because there's no set thing that says this is do this and the market goes up, do this and the market goes down. There's just not how it works. Even though my friend Renee thought it worked like that one time. Renee, if you ever see this, I love you. Where's my phone, by the way? Oh, there's my phone. You're recording. Nice. Also, when I am recording content, because I try to get some on my phone, I try to screen record on my iPad, the actual trade, and then I do the streaming now. But putting on your Apple Watch, you can control your phone's camera. I don't know if anybody knew that. But while we wait for this trade, I can see what my camera looks like, or like what's on camera right now on my watch. And it makes it so helpful when I am trying to create content, especially because I'm usually by myself, with knowing that I'm getting the right angle and not having to take all the content and then be like, oh crap, I didn't even get the right shot, you know? All right, so this supply zone did not work out. Let's see if we get the one we were waiting for. So it'll be a 110-point stop, which means it's a $220 stop loss. Because you times it by 2, it's a multiple of 2. I always keep something like this to remind me for each instrument until I can like really remember. I pretty much know these already, but still, it's a good reminder. So each point is worth $2. So basically, this is 110 points, 109.75. If it stops me out, then I'm willing to risk $220 pretty much. So let me take my notes. Oh, let me show you my watch. I'm like saying a million things at once. I'm trying to watch this entry. So see, I definitely should have like fixed this a little bit. But you can see, I don't know if you can see in the camera. I don't know how to do this, how people do it. Oh, there we go. That's me, that's the back of my head, you see? Hey, and that's my camera over there. So that's a cool little tip if you didn't know. And it helps me know that I'm getting the right content. Now I'm gonna take this. Oh, move it over here, get a different angle. And there we go. Oh, look at the recording side this time. Honestly, I used to get so annoyed with content creators when they would go live because they would lose their train of thought. And I'd be like, girl, finish your thought. Like I was invested in what you were saying. And I realize now that I'm doing that. And I understand. I get it. Especially with traders. Okay, I feel confident in this play. Let me lock in real quick. So I want to see how it reacts at this zone because of the possibility of it bouncing like it did here and going all the way back up to like this area, this area, this area, you know? And it honestly could go up here. So I'm going to see. Normally, I would have gotten in already. This little tap right here, basically you want to see, you create a zone by marking up the candle before the big move. And that's what I do a little bit differently than Cam. Oh my gosh, wait. I kind of want to take the trade, but now it's leaving me. See, that would have been an aggressive entry, just jumping in as soon as it taps the zone. But I don't know, because I really feel like it could possibly go up more. So I'm going to be patient. I'm in no rush. I just realized this is really close to my face. I'm in no rush. I'd rather have a no trade day than a loss. So that was the 15-minute, and now it just touched the 5-minute. Oof, I like it a lot. I think I like it. I think I'm going to do it. Ah! Okay, so I did it. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I'm in MNQ, right? Yeah. So maybe that was a little impulsive because I literally was saying I want to wait to see how it reacts, and then I just took it because I saw that it reacted off of this 5-minute supply zone. So there was a 15-minute and a 5-minute really, really close to each other. And that's what I got to work on is I am saying these things out loud and saying, no, I need to wait for a reaction and wait for confirmation. But then the move seems to present itself and I get so excited and like FOMO, literally what I just prayed about surrendering. I get FOMO and thinking it's going to leave me. And then I jump in too early. Yeah, because this is looking like it could definitely, like I literally said it, this is a strong support area. It literally could bounce all the way to up here again. So let's see. It's approaching this trend line that it broke. This is just the reality of my trading in real time. Oh, yeah, it's wicking really. I don't like this trade at all anymore. It's wicking so much right here. There's all these wicks. Look at all these wicks. Wick, 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 wick. Like, what? Look at that wick. Support, support. And I'm like, sell and support. That doesn't really make sense. But it's okay. It's all right. Yikes. Shishi mama. If I lose again, guys, I'm gonna lose it. So my stop is right at yesterday's high. Yeah, I mean, it's moved down. It could definitely just be a pop back up. Especially because it broke this low. Broke this low. So it could be looking for a move back down. But I can't get caught up on all the other time frames too much because then I'm like, wait, but this shows this and that shows that. So it is what it is. I took the play. I'm realizing now that I probably should have waited, but it is what it is. Should have waited. It's very good bounce. So every part of me wanted to close this trade, still wants to close it, honestly. I'm not very happy with it, but part of my rule is cannot close early. These are my rules. Cannot close early, so I can't. I decided to take the trade, whether it was impulsive or not, and now I have to stick it through and see what happens. It's either going to be a TP or a stop loss. I'm not scaling out. I only bought one contract. So, and I'm reaching for 100 points. Honestly, though, I don't really trade MNQ. I trade more MES. And I was back testing MNQ yesterday, and I was like, wait, I kind of like this. And I see a lot of people have success with supply and demand with MNQ. And it's very similar to MES as well, very similar. But I'm not familiar with how many points it normally moves in a day, like the average true range. With MES, I know that the average true range, I think, was like 20 points, but I know that I was always constantly capitalizing on at least 10 points. It was like 8 to 10 points, all the way up to like 22 points. So that was like the range. With M&Q, I don't know if 100 points is realistic or like to move in a day. Well, I guess it is, because look at this candle. It's probably like a 100-point move for it to move, right? So I'm not so much, I definitely want to get a 1R, but I also need to check to see, does my 1R make sense on the chart? Does it make sense? Like, can it realistically reach this level down here? Which it can. It can come back down and probably bounce again. But is it realistic if my 1R was like all the way down here, is it realistic that it would probably reach that area today? Probably not, right? So that's where you can't just be like, oh, I want to make this much on the trade, or I want to, make this many R multiples. You can't just go by that. You have, or what I've learned is you can't just go by that. You have to kind of look at the chart as well and see what you're reading, what you're looking, what the chart is giving you, what is the market giving you today? So yeah, we'll see what happens at this point. I am just waiting for it to stop me out. I've been on a losing streak. Oh gosh. So a little backstory, I guess, since we're here. This little I have been trading for a long time, or like learning how to trade consistently trading since 2024. But I started learning how to trade back in 2020. And then it's just been a journey since. But 2024 is kind of when I really started to find consistency and really do it for real. And whatever, this year I had my son, my first son ever, in January. I felt so great. I put money in my account and I ended up growing my account to 22,000. It was amazing. And then I lost it all within like the same night. I literally went on till the same night, made $12,000 and then lost it all. It was crazy. I felt like my life was over, truthfully, because I felt like I had finally reached this level of consistency and then I just let it all go. So that's been my issue. And I slowly grew back my $100 account to make $2,000 in the past 2.5 months by being disciplined and following these rules. But then I had a big trade I finished my discipline challenge and I kind of didn't really have any rules anymore. And so then I decided to take a trade during the Asian session, which I don't normally trade the Asian session. And as you can see, my trading hours are 9:30 to 11 for a reason. So I traded that Asian session, made $1,600 on a gold trade pretty quickly in an hour, less than an hour. And then after that, everything was just downhill. I kept trading. The next day, I still was up $700 on the day. And the next day I just kept trading and just like lost it all. So basically, I realized about myself that when I have a big win, I get too cocky. And that has been my biggest downfall right now, is I can't handle the big wins because I'm so ready to just like, now I'm like, that's the new normal. That's what I want always. And I need to humble myself. And what I'm going to do now is when I do have a big win, I will size down on the next trade. And I remember Tori Trades actually saying this, that she needs to do this when she has a big win because she knows herself. And yeah, I realized that I am on the same boat. I need to size down the next day and just protect my capital. But yeah, so now I'm like on my way back to building my account slowly with my rules, not risking too much. But I had a losing day yesterday. Day before that was a losing day, right after going on tilt and losing everything. So I'm really hoping for a win today so I can just build a little bit of confidence. And honestly, I'll just take my 1R and leave. But who knows? knows? If I lose, it is what it is. At least it's according to the plan. But there's like no volume right now. What's going on? It's like 0 movement. What time is it? 10:17. I'm normally done trading already. Oh, I forgot I was recording. We are trying to fix this. I'm not mad at the fact that it's trying to figure out what to do here instead of just completely breaking my zone. So I'm not mad at that. I did see a video of Cam, her trading journal, yesterday say that she doesn't like when things close, candles close in the zone. So like this is like an indication that I probably shouldn't have gotten in the zone, right? Like I could have waited for that to happen and just waited to avoid all this consolidation, just wait to see like what's actually going to happen. And then if it breaks down, then get in. And I'd still be in the same position, you know, I just wouldn't be in drawdown. So little lessons that I'm learning every day. And it really only comes with experience. Things you learn about yourself, about how you trade, and what works for others may not work for you, and maybe it does, you know? But it's about you just constantly showing up every day and trying to reflect. All right, we're coming down a little now. So right now, we're just waiting to see if I get stopped out or not. Normally, I have my son here and he keeps me pretty occupied, but he's with my mom. Also, I don't know why I'm whispering. He's with my mom this morning. Went to a networking meeting. Oh, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. Lord Jesus. My bad, y'all. Okay. Rainy profit. Couple dollars. We'll see. Also, how do people get these really cool angles? Ooh, okay. That's a cool angle. And also, this is what I do when I'm waiting for my trade to play out. Oh my gosh, it's working. Now, though, I'm like, oh, but now should I move my TP? but I'm not going to. I need to win. I need a win more than I need a big win. I need a big win, trust me. I need a big win. But right now I just need to build confidence by securing base hits. And there's a good possibility that it comes back down here and bounces again. So I'm going to take what I can get. And I need to at least get 1R. Because if not, it's not worth, like, I can't risk more than I'm willing to make. But yeah. Another thing that I do while I'm waiting is create content. I kind of just like get behind the scenes videos, or I don't know, anything. Anything can be content. Oh my God, please don't do this to me. And then I'll either like edit a video while I'm waiting, or I don't know, post on my story or something, which I haven't posted on my story. Oh my God, I cannot. Also, I had somebody tell me today that I shouldn't encourage women to trade. I shouldn't encourage women to trade because it is a rigged business and basically will never be disciplined enough to succeed. I'm setting them up for failure, which is a lie, a bold-faced lie. If you follow your rules, you will succeed. There's proof. Proof is in the pudding. That's one of the biggest things I've taken from Cam. I've been talking to her about her a lot in the stream, but she's awesome, man. I was watching her videos last night. And the biggest thing I've taken from her is her consistency and her discipline. Like, 1 trade a day I got from her, and she makes great money with 1 trade a day. So why do I need to take 25 trades to lose money, you know? So, yeah, I really want to help women and moms learn how to trade so they can be present with their kids and, you know, do whatever they want with their life. And it's not easy, obviously. It's not easy, but if you put your mind to it, you can do it. And I promise when you have rules, like, don't get me wrong, if I lose this trade, it's going to freaking suck. But having rules just makes everything just like kind of out of my hands. You know, like I did my part, now let God do the rest. And if God says it's not a win, it's not a win. It is what it is. Like they're not going to all be winners. Guys, I can't. See, this is killing me. I say all that inspirational stuff and then I'm dying over here. Just straight. Also, I got really spoiled because a lot of my trades were working out in like the first 5 minutes of market open. So I got spoiled. Live streaming. Oh my gosh, guys. Guys, as if there's people in this stream right now. There's nobody watching. Over it. forget that I'm doing this like on camera. I totally forgot that this is going to be live somewhere. Can you plug my phone in? Oh my god. Also, I do want to move my stop though. And this is the part that I'm struggling with a little bit, is because yes, I should not move my stop because I'm saying I'm not going to close early and I'm not trying to go against my plan, my original plan. However, I see that there is clearly resistance here, right? That just formed. So do I bring my stop? Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, I should bring my stop down to, you know, to that area. I'm scared to do it. To like right there, and then I minimize my risk, because if it does break that, then technically it's broken structure to the upside. But it could just come up and sweep and come back down. So it's like, do I stick to my original plan? Because technically I think that the move is going to come from here. Or do I close early? Because I think that market structure is telling me to get out earlier. That's my struggle. Honestly, let me know what you guys do. Put it in the chat. Or leave a comment. Because, and I think that maybe there's like steps to it, right? I think maybe it's tiered. Like maybe I need to like build my confidence and trust myself first before I start moving my stop. So like just following my plan first and gathering data and seeing how that works. Like, am I losing a lot more than I need to because I'm not moving my stop? Or am I moving my stop and then getting stopped out just for my trade to play out afterwards? So that's a note for me to remember to think back and look at some data when I'm looking. But this sucks. At 11 a.m., I'm definitely going to jump off the stream if it's not closed before then. And then I will just let it play out, TP or stop loss limit orders, and see what happens. Because I got to get on with my day. Cannot sit here all day for this. Honestly, taking notes on here and then screenshotting it and putting it in your TradeZella is such a game changer, because now when I go back, I can really understand what I was thinking when I was taking the trade. And it's fun to look back too. Like I have so many old screenshots where I was like, I had like so many indicators on the chart and all this, just different ways that I was trying to learn how to trade, you know. Cool to see my journey. But yeah, this helps. And honestly, these live streams, I've decided to commit to doing them every day, at least for now, because it's really like a trading journal for me. Like I literally can go back and watch them and understand in real time what I'm thinking versus just my notes or trying to remember. Or trying to screen record and have like a freaking hour-long video on my desktop. Honestly, though, this is for the birds. I'm so done with this trade. This is not what I signed up for. See if I would have taken MES like I normally do. Oof, beautiful. One thing about trend lines, y'all, look at this. This is the point. This is point B. This is point A. Look at this. This just hit it, tapped, hit it, tapped, or hit it, reversed, hit it, reversed, hit it, reversed. Like, freaking beautiful. You can't. You could also take a trade like that. Just bounce, buy, bounce, buy. I want to do that when I start swing trading, when I have more capital. But right now, it just takes a little bit more of, it respects the higher time frames. And with the higher time frames comes a bigger area, which means it's a bigger stop loss, which means more risk. So I can't trade that right now. That's why I had to stop trading Tory trade strategy, just because I don't have the capital to trade on the 1 hour. And I really like the 1 hour for trend lines. But yeah. So today looked like a downtrend, but it bounced. It bounced beautifully. This is exactly, I'm sure NQ looks exactly the same. Keep forgetting I'm like super close to that camera. Yeah, I'm probably stopped out. I don't even want to look. Oh, it's the 1 hour. I thought it came down and almost TP'd me. This is ugly. This is really ugly. And I don't like these bottom candles because, bottom wicks. It's like price is trying to go back up. It is respecting the trend line break though. On the 1 hour. The daily, it's bouncing. Who knows? I don't know. This is also why taking one trade a day, when I was taking more than one trade a day, I honestly started to like forget my trades and forget like my setups and why I was taking that trade. And I wasn't able to like really evaluate my trading because I was just taking too many trades and with too many different setups. So it was impossible for me to like, get better. At this point, got me out. Like, at this point, I don't care. What's my phone at, cutie?
Plugged in, it said nothing.
Okay. I've been here long enough. I think I'm gonna leave, guys. All 2 of you watching. I'm gonna go and we will recap tomorrow to see how it went. It's a good trade. It's a good trade. It is what it is. Ugh, this is what I don't like though. Like I knew this was support. I knew that was risky. It's like, how do you even know though? Like, look at this 30-minute candle. Huge red. Both really long wicks. And then this one just took it out. Which makes me think that this one's going to go more up. But I don't know. Can you tell me what it's charged at now?
18.
Have you guys ever felt like you take an entry and then the market just starts to use it as support or resistance? Like, this is my entry. It's just bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, like never going into profit. Those trades suck. And then in a moment like this, I want to just take profit because I'm like, well, I want to avoid a loss. So let me just close it out. But what if, yeah, if it does end up going to my stop loss, then yeah, I save money. But there's been so many times where I close early. I close early just for it to go and hit my TP. And then I would let my losers run more than they needed to. So I've kind of learned that I just need to follow the plan and let it play out. Win or loss, it is what it is. Because honestly, I don't really care at this point. Oh, I hope you guys could hear me. The adrenaline is faded, guys. I no longer care if this wins or loses. I do care, but I do care. So if I would have moved my stop to right above this, I definitely would have gotten stopped out. And that would have irritated the crap out of me. If I got stopped out here and then it ends up going down to my TP, I'd rather just take the full loss. Okay, I'm gonna sign off because I need to go change and go work out and get my mind off trading. I will set, I'm just gonna leave these as is, stop and limit, and let my phone tell me what happens, and we will go from there. And tomorrow I will update you guys when I trade again, when I hop on live to see what happened. So come back tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for watching.